Hey, I'm Chris. Thanks for joining me on my next build series on YouTube of this awesome Aoshima Uras Skyline ER34, the 01 model. So this is a kit I've already previously built it this time last year actually, and fortunately enough I was able to win this one from a giveaway from the Aoshima page. I think over winter, I think it was. And there's a couple of builds, which I'll show you at the end of the video, that recently I've seen on here on Instagram, and they've just completely inspired me just to get this one built up again. I thoroughly enjoyed it the first time around. Really enjoyed seeing these two inspirational builds, and I really cannot wait to get stuck into this one. And as you can see, as per standard with a lot of the Aoshima boxes at the minute, the box art on the front is simple, clean, crisp, very stylish. You know, yeah, superb. And around the side of the box is, as usual, you get the what colours you need, the finished product, front and back views as such. And with this one, I'll be going for a very lovely colour from a place called Custom Paints. This Oriental Blue in their base pearls range, which I've used before on that ER34 Skyline. And I think for what I've got planned for this, it's going to work brilliantly. So the first thing I'm going to look at inside this box is the body shell itself. Now you might think, oh, what's going on here? There's some bits missing on the front. So with the ER34 kit, there's been quite a few variations. For example, there's been two Uras kits, and obviously you've got your standard ER34 kits as well. And this one, this is my preferred option. I really like the body styling of the Uras kit, which you'll see obviously shortly. And there's quite a lot of support bars as such from the moulding process, but they'll be easy enough to snip out and tidy up. As for the mould lines, very, very tidy indeed. I even had to get my trusty cocktail stick out. The seam line across the top there, the mould line across the top there is tucked away just on the edge there, really nice and neatly. Just at this point here, I was trying to find them, but in actual fact, I will point it out shortly. There's a mould line that runs across the face of the boot lid. Really, really tidy kit, and I think it's, if you can see it, just there. So it comes down, follows the panel lines as such, and goes straight across. Superb, you know, very crisp, very clean, super tidy. And like I say, got these support bars here from the moulding process, just to, you know, strengthen it up. With this one, this kit in particular, it does come with the standard front wings and also the Type R Uras kit wings as well. This is the first Uras sprue we're going to be looking at. So as you see already, we've got that the new back box from the cat back, the Blitz intercooler, you know, which is quite nicely detailed. Adjustment of the struts there. You've got the ducktail spoiler, which is one of my favourite features of this, is that ducktail spoiler. You've got the Uras wider fenders, arches for this as well. Now the front go on, but the rears actually go over what's already there, and you've got the skirts. That bit there, you can use it for the sunroof, but I like, you know, so you can seal it up, but I like to actually use the glass part. You've got the roof spoiler, you've got the lip spoiler for the front bonnet. Those rings to the right there, they're for spacing and lowering the kit. You've got some, obviously, the wheel pins. Those are the exhaust tips, big old beefy ones as well. They look quite good when they're on. And some more spacer rings, I think they were, off lowering rings, I think actually. Now, as previously mentioned, this is the standard ER34 sprue there. From this, all we'll be using is the bonnet and the wing mirrors. These two caps to the top right, and then the front wing arches, they won't be getting used. Pretty standard front bonnet, but it's, I don't mind, I quite like it like that. It's a nice smoother feature. And then we're looking at some of the chassis parts and whatnot. So there's quite a few bits I've snipped off here already. By the time this video goes out, I've actually got most of everything ready for priming. But like that back box muffler as such, these rectangular parts, they'll be gone. I think I used these suspension struts That bar there is like a grill for the original standard ER34, obviously won't be getting used, and the back box there, that won't be getting used either. The disc brakes, not overly big, not overly detailed, but I don't mind. And then we've got a lot of the interior stuff, so nicely detailed dash. You'll have a little unit go on top of there in the middle with some dials on, which you'll see shortly. And then we've got the seats. They are left and right seats. There's a slight variation in design on the insides and outsides. The rear seats, as you can see, nicely detailed, moulded in speakers. But I think this is it'd be nice to get some detailing done. I could try and do something a bit different instead of going for the boring black. I might bring a bit of colour to it. And as you see down here, there's 2 types of gear sticks and 2 sets of pedals as well. Now you've got your automatic and you've also got your manual variations, and you'll see just to the top left there, your centre console bits. The right piece is the manual, and obviously the left piece is the automatic, and we'll be going for manual. You've got the seat backs that go on pretty simple and easy. Again, steering wheels, you've got your manual and automatic, I think they were. Just above there is your pods, where it will sit on top of the dashboard, nice and snug, just on there, easy peasy. Now we're going to be looking at the main chassis part. Again, as you can see from the tab, it's just from the standard ER34. There's nothing different about this part, but just as per usual, super clean, super crisp. Okay, there's a bit of moulded in detail, such as the drive shaft, the front gearbox, half of the exhaust and stuff. But I don't mind. It's nicely detailed enough. And that is the interior. There's no actual tub. The interior actually goes onto the chassis part. You've got the rear lights there. Again, you've got all the clear parts, and as usual, these will be staying in the bag until needed. Tucked very nicely. And there's quite a lot of windows. There's quite a lot of release pins as such as well, but they won't be an issue taking off. That's the sunroof that I'll be using. And as if you can tell, obviously you've got your frosted haze around all the window parts. And luckily with this kit, it comes with a great masking sheet. It's the one thing I look out for, because I just hate doing it manually. And there we are, the big old masking sheet. It makes my day when I see a kit with a masking sheet in it. It's just the simple things in life, isn't it? The decal sheet, yeah, I'm again leaving these in here until I need them. There's some really cool ones. When I built this kit a year ago, I used quite a few. You can really get a nice sort of street JDM sort of drifter vibe, but you can go super crisp and clean as well. It's awesome. This here, as you can see again, this is some of the Uras styling. The rear bumper goes on nice and easy, and where the connection pins are for the sprue tree, it wasn't too much of an issue getting them off and sanding down any remaining parts. And you've got some of the mould lines just there on the corners. And like I said, I've already got a lot of this prepped up, and I just sat there with some 600 sponge and managed to get rid of that, in the blink of an eye. So yeah, no issues there. Pretty happy. And then after this, we'll be looking at the front bumper. Now on the front bumper, it's got the Skyline GTR feel to it, and you can see just the curvatures just inside there. That's because of that Blitz intercooler. The piping off the other side, it really sits flush right behind that, and it gives it such an awesome look to it. Now in this bag, it's as you can see, you've got your chrome parts there, which is nice and tidy. You've got your standard ER34 headlights, and you've got your GTR headlights, which obviously I will be using. A bit of detailing them on then, and they'll look great. But one of the favourite features about this kit is this part tree just here. This is your wind deflectors. How cool is that? How often do you see a kit with wind deflectors in? You've got your sunroof deflectors there, and then your side window deflectors down the sides there. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Now onto the instruction book, as standard in most of them, A4 sized. It's not so much a book, but a very big fold-out leaflet. There's quite a few pages to it, to be fair. To get started, we've got the usual paints, parts, tools required, and then that. How awesome does that look? The side on view. It's so yeah, this is the finished design of it, and we'll just go through the booklet. You know, just have a quick look. You know, pretty detailed as per a lot of the Aoshima kits. So yeah, with this kit, I will say, which is why we're having a flick through the instructions. I'd never really considered the 4-door Skyline variation. You know, growing up, I'm sure as a lot of others have. You know, when you're playing your Gran Turismos, when you're playing your Forzas, and you know, for you know, going back to Project Gotham Racing as well, for who can remember that on the old Xbox and whatnot. You know, you're so used to seeing the Skyline GTR variations. When you see the ER34 variations, you just think that's bizarre. It just doesn't look, you know, it's something you're not used to. But when I first picked up the ER34 kit last year, and I thought, you know, why not? I'll pick it up. Why not? We'll give it a blast. And I tell you what, once I built it, I absolutely loved the styling. I think the styling of this, you know, this Uras styling kit editions, I think that helped with the twin spoiler combination of roof and ducktail, and you know, the wider arches, skirts, the bumper, and that GTR looking front bumper. Yeah, do you know what? I really like the look of this ER34 Uras styling kit. It's once it's built, it's beautiful. As you see in the instructions, some of the wheels. The wheels I won't be using now. I will be showing you what I will be using shortly. But looking at the back of this, as you can see, there's quite a lot of parts. And we've obviously already gone through it. There's quite a lot of parts. So yeah, it's pretty good. And yeah, it's obviously blanked out a lot of the parts you don't need. And here we are. These are the wheels that come with the kit. Now, yes, the wheels are nice. They're very detailed. And they come in such a lovely finish, you wouldn't need to paint them. But for me, these aren't the wheels I'll be using. I will be using some different wheels. The tyres that come with them, though, are like a stretch tyre. I'm not a big fan of the stretch tyres, I will be honest. So the wheels I'm going to be using are these, the Kawami CR Emotions from Aoshima. So they'll be straight swap, 18-inch to 18-inch, straight swap, no problems. These come in chrome. I have stripped the chrome off. Now these wheels in the box, they come in. These also come with, as you can see, the smaller stretch tyres, and I'm not a big fan of them. So as you can see, the stretch tyres on them. I've actually gone and stripped some tyres off another old kit that's in storage. Some, you know, full on wide, you know, a bit fatter, a bit. Yeah, for me, I prefer this sort of look. So yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to getting them painted up. This is the decal sheet that comes with the CR Emotion wheels. Some nice parts in there. And there we have it. The Uras Skyline ER34 by Aoshima. Cannot wait to get started. So these are some pictures of the one I built, and I did use some aftermarket wheels again that last time. But again, I just love the way it looks. So for inspirational builds, this is Cube Jam's work, and followed up by him is Scaled by Snacks. Both on Instagram. Get yourself over there, drop them a follow. Awesome builders. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Cheers.